April 29. How nice it is to see you here. Grab a coffee and let's get smarter together. An article in today's Washington Post talks about a village in southern Malawi. Malawi is a country in Africa because, yes, Africa is not a country, it is a continent. Malawi is one of the poorest countries in the world, and the article really talks about the successes of a help project called Give Directly. I don't know how often I've heard the phrase, give a man a fish and he has food for a day, teach the man to fish and he can feed himself. It sounds reasonable. Until you realize how much is invested in studies of what to teach a group you want to help to a better life and then spent in the effort. An effort that is based on the idea that the majority of people worldwide should mostly, if not exclusively, exploit knowledge, and that decides for the specific people what the knowledge to exploit for them should be. Never mind that if these people really didn't have the knowledge already to fish, or a version of it, they could explore for ways to solve their problems and come up with new things in the process, if enabled. Exploration, random searches in a specific environment for solutions of specific problems are the most effective searches, as is proven in nature again and again. Between other things, that's how the T cells in our immune system work, and their success makes the difference between life and death. It is in the nature of random searches that they often fail. More often than not, really. That's the reason groups like ants or swarms cooperate. And to be even better able to cooperate on even larger scales, language developed in human beings between 200,000 and 70,000 years ago. Cooperation is a permission structure. In a group, a single individual will not fail less often in a random search. But at any given moment, agents go off in all directions, what gives tribute to the complexity of life and the need for taking different perspectives on the same things to discover new functionality. And from the multitude, one or more members of the group will hit the jackpot at any given time. Because to reiterate this again, random searches, apparently aimless wanderings of your mind or in your surroundings, are the most effective way to find solutions for any given research problem. And when the success is shared, everyone in the group will have enough to be convinced that they can go out and explore again, without fear of failing. As this is the system that delivers the greatest win for the group and thus for any individual member of the group, do not forget, everyone fails more often than not. Everyone needing to fall back onto the support of a group. And sharing makes it possible. Members of the group will share at least enough to maintain the tilt of the exploit-explore balance for all to lean far toward explore. That's why our embodied thinking does not only serve self-interest, as Enlightenment reason once claimed, but serves according to today's science, empathy, and social connections as well. It's in our brains. Humans are made for this random searches and sharing schemes. Members of human networks spanning sometimes continents have done so for millennia, until a shift occurred towards standardization, the exploitation of existing knowledge, and in a counter-reaction to soul exploration for some. Those over-explorers will not fail unless often. Those over-explorers will not fail less often, but they gloss over the fact, the theatrics and violence used to convince everyone that an uber-explorer's right to reject any standardized label justifies everyone else's duty to mostly or exclusively exploit. The rest is, as they say, history. The success by the group Give Directly in Malawi described in the Washington Post article is based on some of the facts summarized above. They don't tell the recipients what to do, but give them one lump sum of money with discretionary power. The money allows the recipients to explore for specific solutions to their specific problems in their specific environment, with the result that their quality of life improves. As the scheme is set up, the established permission structure to explore and fail is limited though. Every individual fails in a random search more often than not. It's the group that shares, with enough agents in it, who go out at any given time in all possible directions to explore, that make a tilt to exploration for all work in perpetuity, not hitting the jackpot once. As it is, getting a lump sum of money once will make the recipients eventually fall back on exploiting a certain set of existing knowledge, albeit chosen by them and not for them what is already better. What limits not only their gain, but the gain of all of us, except the few Uber explorers who need Uber exploiters to maintain their position. Explore, as Anonymous think. Make a habit out of thinking. Let's turn thinking into a movement so that we can re-establish a permission structure for all to explore more than to exploit. Something that would be to all our benefit. And we would all have more dopamine, what improves mental health. Like, comment, share, and follow, lest you miss a single opportunity to improve yourself and society. And just like that, coffee break is over. See you next time at the Coffee Pot.